Shalom and welcome to 2 Minutes of Torah. This year is entitled Daf Yomi Chagiga Bet. The Gemara talks about the great rabbis from the Mishnaic, Talmudic times entered Pardais, deep ideas, metaphysics as the Ramah would have it. Some may call it Kabbala, whatever it may be, very, very deep ideas, and they didn't even succeed. Some of them did not make it. It was too much for them. And I think it's important that we continue from the theme that we start on Yud Gimel Amud Aleph. There we quoted the Ramban's introduction to Breshit, where he says that it's important that the ideas that are too deep for you stay away from. It's important to know that it's not just the Ramban. It really is the Baalei Masorah from all generations that discuss and elaborate on this idea. The Rishonim, and the Rambam and the Guide talks about it, and whatever one's conception is, whether metaphysics, Myers-Daf, Pardais, Kabbala, whatever one calls it, there's a ladder of knowledge, and that one must walk up in a very slow, proper, rational manner. And to jump ahead, to go to areas where one's not ready for, Rishonim, Achronim, everyone agrees. The Ramah brings it down in the Shulchan Aruch. Rav Avadia has a tshuva on it in Yechaveh Daat, Chelik Revi'i, Siman, Mem Zayin, and I like to quote. He quotes many shitot here explaining the idea, and he says even those who talk about the importance of learning Kabbala and Sod and Myers-Daf, whatever order one may put those areas of knowledge in, it must be in the proper way. And I'd like to just read from Rav Avadia in Yechaveh Daat. He writes the following: V'lo ra'iti mi my bedor hazeh ish mekubal yodea davar boryo mitzad Kabbala mitit Ramah. In Torat Haolah writes, I never saw anyone who quotes Kabbalah and supposedly knows Kabbalah to really understand what he's talking about. And the Ramah in the Torat Haolah writes that people jump to learn Kabbalah. It's a tava, a desire for one's eyes, like Zohar, Rekanadi, Shari Ora, and these are stumim, that the people don't understand what they are talking about. They don't have a Masorah. And he says, Balabatim don't understand the Gemara, they can't read Pshat. And they're going ahead and learning these deep ideas that are just so far above them. He says it is such a tragedy. They're coming out with distorted ideas and they're wasting their time. It's not just Bittul Torah, it's worse than that. And he writes, I've seen people doresh berabim b'divrei Kabbalah. This is still a continuation of the Ramah Torah Haolah. Atid litena tadin, and they're going to have to pay for what they're doing. So the Ramah is very, very harsh. There are Maharsha, also quoted in Yechaveh Daat, Chelik Dalet Simen Mem Zayin. Chachmat Kabbalah noga lemala mimasav Merkava. It's even higher. Kabbalah is higher than Merkava, and therefore, if the Gemara is warning you about learning Merkava, all the more so Chachmat HaKabbalah. And you have to be mochen and stop the Dorshim who are doing this. And the Maharsha Kedushin also has a similar idea about stopping those people who are darshaning Kabbalah. So he says, if you're not a major Talmid Chacham and you don't have a Masorah ish mipi ish, it must be stopped. So it's very, very important that we approach all areas of knowledge in a proper way with the Rabbi, with the Masorah, and especially these areas. Whatever term one uses for these deep ideas of knowledge, Myers-Daf, Pardais, Sod, Kabbala, the fact is the poskim are very, very concerned that a person who could not go ahead and make a basic laning in the Gemara, and he doesn't have his basic analytical skills, and he's going to be jumping to an area that's so far above him. It's like taking a 4-year-old and starting off with Gemara. It's silly. It's ridiculous. He'll have a false concept. So that's how the poskim go ahead and view this area based on the Gemara in Chagiga and other sources in Masorah. So we should be able to enjoy all the beautiful parts of the Masorah that are available to us and slowly move up the ladder of knowledge until we reach greater and greater heights. Shalom.